Everyone, it's Marvel with James and Mommy with Marvel Creations.
Hello.
We're in Washington.
Woohoo! So yeah, here you see us showing you our Washington state. This is a wood cutout we got, and right now we're just checking to make sure that it's level, because being level is important. Do you know why, James?
No.
Because we don't want the paint to slide off the canvas or the wood or whatever it is that we are painting on. And now we're flooding the canvas with white paint. James came up with a good way of saying that. We're putting down a base of white paint, and you want to make sure that it is completely covered with white paint. So James is spreading it. We haven't decided if it's easier to spread with a small palette knife or this big honking knife that we got from Dad, or if
I'd rather use the honking knife,
or if it's easier with a blow dryer. So we're still figuring out what works for us. Here I'm taking the small bottle of white. It's the exact same thing that we put on everything, and just making sure we get the sides. Does Mom make sure you get all the sides?
Yeah.
Do I say, get those sides?
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that the paint has a good base, as James would say, huh?
Yeah.
So we're doing Washington State today because we live
in Washington.
Yeah, we just moved here from Montana
to Washington.
Yeah, so we figured, hey, let's try this out and see if we can create something pretty great.
Yeah.
So I think we both did a great job. In the end, you will see. So now that we've got our base colors down, I'm just going to clean up the palette. It's not really a palette knife. It's like a mudding knife or something. And James, what are you doing? You are getting those edges, I think, right?
Right.
Yeah. So he's really good at making sure everything is covered. And it looks like from this side that he did a great job.
Yeah.
So now, oh, what do we do with the... Oh, geez. Looks like we need some more. I think what happened with these is that it needed a little bit more paint than normal because it was wood, and I put some gesso down just to have some fun texture, and it just kind of acted weird. So what did we do with the torch here, James? Do you know what we're doing?
We pop air bubbles.
Yeah, we popped the air bubbles, and this is... James, do you like popping air bubbles?
Yes.
But it is pretty hard, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's fun to get the torch and try to get all those bubbles out. Okay, so now we are going to... So James had an idea in his head, and I had an idea in my head, and we made those come to life. So here we are going to see James makes puddles, and then he blows those out, and I make lines. And so... No, what did you do?
I made puddles and puddles inside puddles.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So what he's saying is that he made a puddle and then he put more puddles inside of it. And you'll see that here in a minute.
And I only made 2 of those big blob puddles.
Yeah. And so he got to pick out all the colors he wanted to use, and I got to pick out all the colors I wanted to use. And so you'll see that I'm starting to lay down color. I made mine in a squiggly line. Yeah. I know, I sped it up so that people wouldn't have to watch it so much. And yeah, here you can see he made 2 puddles. I apologize that we got some of these colors right in front of the camera. Not good planning on our part there. And James loves that color. It's a color shifting color. It goes from blue to
purple.
Purple. And he loves this green too, because this color shifting also goes from green to yellow. And I have to say, they are...
It goes back to blue.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
All over them.
They are beautiful colors.
Yep.
And so here I'm having James put his puddle a little bit closer in because his paint was getting awfully close to the edge. And so we didn't want that paint just to slide off the edge of the canvas before we even got a chance to play with it. So we're continuing to pick colors and put them along the sides. When I open the bottles, there's some crusties on there. I get those off because we don't want those in our paintings, do we? Say no, they can't.
No.
They can't hear you shaking your head. So, yeah. So, I'm putting down a second line. So, he has 2 puddles and I have 2 lines. And
together, it's the better.
yeah. So, soon, you see me putting white on top. I'm going to be blowing out here soon. James continues to add paint. He really likes to have a lot of paint, and
Paint's my jam.
paint's your jam, yeah.
I love it.
So he adds little dots and big dots into his puddles. Here you see that I am blowing out the air bubbles again.
Yep.
And at the end, we'll go ahead and show you what ours look like. We had a really good time. You see us laughing a lot in this one because we really enjoyed painting this together.
Yeah.
And so what I'm doing here is I'm blowing over the white, over the green and the blue lines because I really wanted a softer, muted color and for the colors to mix since I had just greens and blues. And so now I'm blowing out the blue while James is still adding puddles to his. And I was pretty happy with how mine turned out. It was pretty much
yours.
Thank you. It was pretty much the vision I was going for. Now you can see what he's doing. I'll just go ahead and thank myself. Thank you, Ashley, for clearing the path. So what I'm doing here is I'm wiping underneath the canvas or the board. We want to get all those paint drips off so that they don't pull the paint off the canvas, or wood in this case. And then I noticed that I had a lot of air bubbles, so I just wanted to get those popped really quick, not really make cells or anything. So then I'm going to pause on mine, and we're going to help James. He wanted to blow his over as well, so we went ahead and put white around the outside of the puddles. So I showed him how to do it the first time, and then let him do the second one. And then we torched it really quick. This is the part we struggle with the most because we're trying to let him do it, but also not burn anything. So it is a learning process. So here we're going to blow it out. It's really good to plan out what you're going to do. So James and I talk about what we're going to do, and I'm helping him a lot here because it is very fluid. So we talked about it. He told me what he wanted to do, and then I just help guide the hair dryer. So right here I'm showing him, okay, what do you want? And then I show him how he's going to achieve that. Does that help you out a lot, James?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has really successful paintings. And so here he's blowing it out and getting it to how he wants it. And then this one we had to blow so far over because it was almost off the edge. And then he wanted to go down. So that's what you see us doing right there. And I'm going to guess by your dancing that you were pretty happy.
Yeah. I was so happy.
And then he disappears. So here we're just... Yeah. Here we're blowing out the paint. We prefer to blow with our mouth. So here I'm showing James how to do it and how you can make color come out. You can tell by his eyes that he was really happy with that color. And so I will show him how to do it, and then he does it. The problem is sometimes it's really hard to blow the paint, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes we have to get a straw, but we prefer to do it with our mouths. And look at him. He's doing so good. I'm so proud of you, babe.
Thanks.
And so he's blowing his. I'm going to blow mine. And you can really customize how the painting looks. And
wow,
here,
your painting's just beautiful.
so is yours. Yours is so colorful, and
Well, thank you. I like yours a lot.
We'll show you the close-ups here in a minute, and you can see how good they look up close. Like, these are amazing. And so these are both available for purchase. So every painting we create, unless it's a commission piece, is available for sale. And so mine is as well as James's, just because, I mean, I made it. And so this would look great in anyone's home in Washington State, or if you have a loved one in Washington State, or if you once lived here. Any ties to Washington State, and this would look great. One of these would look great in your home, or both of these. And so we do fully resin the paintings. So here's James's, a close-up look. Oh, look at that purple. I love that.
Wow. It looks like lava.
Yeah.
There's the sky and the ground on yours.
Yep.
I see many animals in it.
James likes to find animals in paintings, so he will tell you.
It's like my imagination shows me them.
Yeah, so he'll definitely tell you whenever you order a painting, he can tell you what animals are in yours, and then you'll have fun trying to find where they are. Here we're pointing out. We saw a dragon, and we're done. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for joining us for 2 videos.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this with your friends. We're just starting out.
Yes.
And the more we can sell, the more we can make this guy's dream come true.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to include a Venmo if you guys want to support us through Venmo. That way we can just buy more art supplies and continue learning how to make art. This is part of his homeschool education.
I like it.
Both learning art techniques and just exploring art and making messes. And then it's also a part of his homeschool curriculum, because we're exploring how to run a business.
Yes.
And learning that sometimes it's not successful right away, and it takes time and hard work. And we have a business plan, and
we have so many business plans. Okay, I will tell you one of them. One, we make art.
So thank you.
Love art. Woo, woo.
Thank you for joining us. So we need to think of like a thing to say on the way. So please comment below with what would be a fun tagline.
Yeah.
Like happy painting, or let's go make art, or thanks for joining us for making art.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I have so many art ideas.
if you can think of a fun saying for our videos, we have, let me see here.
The little cute ones.
Yeah, we have these little itty bitty canvases, and we will.
I love this one.
Well, this one's sold, but.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
already sold?
Okay, be careful. They're wet though. Put it back, babe. But we have these canvases, and if you can think of one for us, we will get this to you. Not this one necessarily. You can pick your own colors. Okay? We will make you a custom. It's only like 3 by 3 maybe, but we'll make you one, and we will get it shipped to you.
All true.
Or handed to you if you live near us. So, from James and
Ashley,
happy painting.
happy painting. Bye!